to another episode. Mikey on mute, your mind's implode. He's coming off mute for you. Feel the vibe, it's something new.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Mikey on Mute. As always, I'm your host, Mikey, coming off mute with a very special bonus episode for you. March 15th to the 21st runs a really neat opportunity called Podcasthon. Podcasthon is podcasters all around the world uniting and dedicating one episode to a cause they care most about. What a great opportunity. We have such a voice and reach as podcasters. Why not use it for good and get the word out about our favorite charity? We all have different organizations that speak to us in a certain way, have been there for us, or we just really like supporting. The charity I want to talk to you today about is called NAMI, Wisconsin, N-A-M-I, and it stands for the National Alliance on Mental Illness. You may have heard me mention NAMI in the past. They are a wonderful organization when it comes to supporting mental health, and I wanted to bring you some history about the organization, some resources it provides, and get the word out there, because this group has been such a big help, not just for me personally, but for so many people I know affected with mental illness. NAMI was founded in Madison, Wisconsin by Harriet Shetler and Beverly Young, which is already a great start to the history here. Not only is it in Wisconsin, but two women that created this organization. The two women both had sons diagnosed with schizophrenia and, quote, were tired of being blamed for their son's mental illness. Now, this was the 70s. Women were not seen in a great light. We're slowly getting better, not quite where we need to be, but yeah, so the two moms here were very upset about being blamed for their son's illness when it was schizophrenia. There wasn't as much information as we have on, today on the illness, but I can understand that frustration. Unhappy with the lack of services available and the treatment of those living with mental illness, the women sought out others with similar concerns. It's really neat that not only do they recognize that something needed to change, but they knew that the power came in connections, in group, and voices. Had to find others that also shared that compassion, that empathy, and that frustration of being blamed for something that they were not causing. The first meeting held to address these issues in mental health led to the formation of what they called at the time the National Alliance for the Mentally Ill, the year 1979. It's really neat that we can look back and go 1979, that's, however many decades ago, and this was the kind of starting point of trying to understand that there are a lot of resources out there that are lacking when it comes to mental health. It's really surprising that it was all the way back then, because you think about it and it seems like we've only started to shine the light on mental health in the last few years, but truly there's been fighters here since 1979 and even before then. In the year 1997, the legal name of the organization was changed to the acronym NAMI, or National Alliance on Mental Illness. NAMI Wisconsin is an organization of families, friends, and individuals whose lives have been affected by mental illness. Together, they advocate for better support, resources, and recovery for all. Mental illnesses are brain disorders that are biologically based medical problems. Untreated, they can cause severe disturbances in thinking, feeling, and relating. This results and substantially diminished capacity for dealing with the ordinary demands of everyday life. This statement by NAMI really hit hard because I think that while we all know people that have mental illness, that last part where it says, it diminishes the capacity for dealing with the ordinary demands of life. You don't stop and think about that. It's not something we talk about on the regular, that, certain things that we take for granted every day are not something that works as easily for people with mental illness. And so for them to recognize that and to really strive to work on changing that for the better, that warms my heart. And I'm so thrilled to be able to be bringing more information about this great organization to you. Now, NAMI Wisconsin specifically is a state organization of NAMI. There are NAMI sections all over the country, which is amazing. And I just wanted to focus on NAMI Wisconsin for this bonus episode because they are something that is, like I said, a big part of my journey as well as others. And I want to focus on keeping it local. So that's why we'll be talking today about NAMI Wisconsin. The mission of NAMI Wisconsin is to improve the quality of life of people affected by mental illness and to promote recovery. Again, right in the mission statement, they talk about the quality of life. We're not here to just, give you something and hope it goes away. No, we want to provide opportunities and resources that will make the quality of your life better, make it easier to get through each day, to not suffer as much. NAMI Wisconsin will accomplish its mission through the following steps. Promote public education and understanding of mental illnesses. Advocate at all levels of government and throughout the public sector to improve mental health care in Wisconsin. Support affiliates by providing follow-up advice and counsel, educational and training programs and materials, access to financial resources as appropriate, and by offering conferences, seminars, and presentations. These are all things NAMI Wisconsin does, in addition to other things. This list is not all inclusive, but just some of the things they do to really bring that mission statement to life in the state of Wisconsin. Public education is a huge part of that. When, I was growing up, there wasn't as much talk in public education. When you heard mental illness, you really thought some negative things, and there was not as much information given to us. And so we had a skewed view of it from the beginning. I love that they're promoting honest public education about what mental illness looks like, how it can affect your quality of life, and how we can catch it early. Advocating at all levels of government. That's huge. We're looking at local government, state government, and NAMI Wisconsin has even worked with the federal government speakings and meetings to really improve everyone's view of how mental health care looks like and should be provided. Supporting affiliates, that's amazing. Always trying to work with other organizations, other programs, and get their information out there, support them. I really related to this community like podcasters uniting for this, 1 week here where all united to talk about our favorite charity. NAMI Wisconsin is united all the time with other organizations to see hey, how can we help each other? How can we get this community to grow? What can we do to get that support out there, those resources out there? And to me, that's incredible. This episode is going to be a lot shorter than most episodes that I do. And I know we've gotten used to, some really good interviews that I've done, or you have been supportive of me telling my story. Part of my story would not be possible without NAMI. And I can't speak enough nice things about it. So I wanted to give you a lot of information about how you can support. And if you want to donate to NAMI Wisconsin, there are so many ways. Again, this has been a pleasure to talk to you about NAMI Wisconsin, and listen here for all the different ways that you can support this great organization. If you would like to donate by credit card, you can do so at their website, which is namiwisconsin.org. Again, that's NAMI Wisconsin.org to donate by credit card. If you're a bit more old school and like to write checks, they accept mailed checks to NAMI Wisconsin, 414 Atlas Ave, Madison, Wisconsin, 53714. For electronic payments, you can donate by Venmo at NAMIWI. That's Venmo at NAMIWI. You could do a Facebook fundraiser. There are so many different options out there through social media now that you can start fundraisers for charity, get the word out there. It's really, really, great that we have this power through social media. On the NAMI Wisconsin website, you can actually purchase NAMI cookbooks with different recipes, and proceeds of that cookbook go to NAMI. NAMI also has PayPal for another electronic option that you can donate to. As well as on the website, you can join as a member of NAMI. These are just a handful of them. There's so many different ways to be able to support and donate. I strongly advise, if you are able to, please help out and donate to this organization. They're not paying me to tell you this. This was my choice to talk about this charity for this episode. I just know that they have changed so many lives. And if you do feel the desire to donate, there are so many options out there. Also, let's talk about resources, because this is the part that I think is not talked about enough. Are you in crisis? You can always call or text the National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline at 988. If you need to talk to somebody at NAMI, you can find different chat options on their website at namiwisconsin.org or nami.org/help. That's NAMI.org/help. NAMI has a helpline that you can call Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That number is 1-800-950-6264. Again, the NAMI helpline is available Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at 1-800-950-6264. You can text NAMI directly at 62640 or email at helpline@nami.org. That's HELPLINE@NAMI.org. There are plenty of resources out there. Please take time to go to the NAMI website, whether it's NAMI Wisconsin or the National Alliance of Mental Illness website itself. Please go check it out. If you are able to, donate to them, support the cause. Again, this charity speaks volumes on the reason that I'm still here, and it supports so many other people. So I'm asking you to at least take time to take a look, to share the message out. It is absolutely free to share, so please share this episode, share the word out, share some links, share the resources. NAMI is here to help and improve the lives of so many people. I think we all across the world, we have different views, we have different, ideas of what the world may look like, but ultimately we are united by the idea that everyone wants a better quality of life. NAMI is helping to make that possible for those that it's really hard and it's a struggle. So please check out NAMI Wisconsin, check out NAMI. And I appreciate you taking some time to listen to this bonus episode. We'll be back soon with our regular episodes, and I'm excited to continue to talk to you guys. But please know this is not just a one-time thing. Although Podcasthon may only be this 1 week, NAMI Wisconsin is something that lives through me, and I will continue to talk about whenever I can and share those resources out there. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them below on Spotify or social media through Instagram, Facebook, wherever you're following me on, Apple Podcasts or YouTube. And I can definitely recommend some different parts of it. But yeah, go check out the website, check out NAMI. And before I sound like I'm doing some kind of radio ad read here, this is Mikey going back on mute. Talk to you soon.